Responsibility. How do we need you and your talents in a time of crisis? When things are difficult, people start to want to walk away, shirk responsibilities, pass the buck, blame other people, or pull back from their things that they've got to do. You can't do that. You simply cannot and will not. You feel this sense of duty and commitment to those around you, and you will follow through on what you said you would do, whatever the cost. So because of this, your team trust you and they see your duty, your obligation and your ability to keep going and continuing with something even though things may not have gone as you'd planned. You will work hard and do your best to get the outcomes that you set out to get. And your team know that if for any reason you have to change plans or you have to adapt in a way that you hadn't planned to, you would never do that lightly, and that therefore it must be necessary for you to pass it to somebody else or to give it to somebody, because that's not what you do easily. Your team will see that sense of obligation, that sense of commitment, and it will mean that they will follow you and actually potentially take on wider responsibility. In a time of crisis, actually, we're very stretched. There's much to do, much to respond to, and you will do that. You will say yes to more. You will widen your load. But just be careful what you're widening your load and what you're doing, because you must make sure that that extra effort that you've got is placed in the right direction and you are doing the things that you should be doing and the things that you should do best, and also not what other people should be doing as well. So make sure you channel that responsibility in the right direction. And when it comes to friends and families, again, you're committed, you're in it for the long haul with them. You will not just listen, but actually want to be practically useful. You want to do your bit to help. You'll dig in, you'll find the resources, and you'll support them through a time of challenge and crisis. You want to be responsible to them, and you would never let them down in that time, because it is beyond your sort of remit to be able to do that. And when it comes to communities, if you believe in that community, find that connection and then serve it. You want to serve things that matter. You want to do that with integrity. You will act as that person with integrity and ethics in an organisation to make things are done properly and correctly. And you can bring that to a community that's struggling and ensure that actually just because things are difficult, we can still do things the right way and the proper way. We don't need to cut corners, and we don't need to do this in an unethical manner because we're finding things more difficult. So bring that duty and that sense of responsibility and commitment to others, and channel it towards your best areas of strength. Now, the thing is, in a time of crisis, there is a lot to do, and it is very important that you learn to say yes to the right things and no to the things you need to say no to. You will have lots of differing responsibilities that could actually feel in competition with one another. So make sure that you make time for each of your responsibilities and you think about it before you step in and say yes. Because sometimes by saying yes, you're stopping somebody else from stepping up and learning to say yes. Maybe looking at it that way might help you with your sense of responsibility.